Why, hello, everybody. Welcome to episode 3. Yeah, tre? Cinque. No.
What language is cinque?
Isn't that Italian? You would know.
I should know.
You should know.
I should, but
Fake
I don't.
Italian. Welcome to the third Haladene podcast.
Tres.
Tres?
3.
Quattro. Oh, shit. Ichi ni san.
San. Episode 3.
Episode 3 of
the
the
Haladene
Haladene
podcast.
What other threes do we know? What's German? Eich, Streit, something like that.
The Three Musketeers.
I'm not going to do anything. Alrighty. How's everyone doing?
Yeah, good.
Yeah, good?
I feel like it's been a bit of a quiet weekend.
Yeah?
Almost like the calm before the storm for us.
What storm? What storm?
Well,
What figurative storm?
well,
Right,
next week, Ronnie. Well,
Well,
he'll be
first thing, housekeeping.
housekeeping.
It's very important month, some
It
would say.
is.
So there's we have songs coming out. We have shows happening.
That's what I say.
Anything else?
This week
Yeah.
is the calm before the storm, because by the time these guys see it, we'll be in our crazy weekend.
Magic of future recording. Shh. Sorry, today is January 18th. 19th it goes up.
Yes.
Yesterday, our first single, Confront the Abyss, came out.
yesterday.
Please stream it. Actually, I was editing.
awesome.
I got into Spotify backend yesterday,
Mm?
and I was able to make the images. You know when you go into Spotify and there's a band image.
Yes.
I can do that now. Very
Do we
intricate.
have the when you swipe up and look at the lyrics and there's like a sort of a
Not yet.
Not yet, but it will be.
I can do that.
It will be there.
Yes.
You can ask Bailey for help. He'll help you out.
Yeah.
Did you like his thing he posted the other day?
Which one? His thing in the car.
Yeah.
It was very
It
was good?
It was good.
It was very.
Just memes.
Is it memes? I don't know.
Yeah. Just
We don't know the
Bailey.
memes. Oh, when we look at TikTok with him, it's gonna be so much fun.
Mm.
Our second single, Melody of Melody, comes
Okay.
out February 15th, which, if you're paying attention, is Thursday in about a month. So
Yeah.
every one Thursday a month, one day a month, we're gonna be releasing a single. So every 4 to 5 weeks.
And we have 5 currently, don't we?
We've been in the studio this month as well. So there's 3 more songs that are being recorded. We're actually doing guitars next weekend.
Let's hope so.
We will. What do you mean, hope so?
Yeah, we'll do it.
There's a lot happening. So that's on
That's
the
good, though.
music release front. We've also got the cover for
The cover?
Melody of Melody.
Oh, we do.
It's
yeah.
very cool.
I like it.
Yeah.
It's good.
Use AI. Baby bands. If no one is an artist or you don't have a sister to
To make this for you.
make things for you, AI art is quite convenient and
Very quick.
very quick. Well, not quick.
You have to tell it what you want though, don't
Yeah,
you?
and it's kind of yeah.
There was one where I think I said to have a man running through vines and there's just like a head in like a bird's nest or
I'm so
some
looking
shit. I was
forward
like,
to,
what the
like-
fuck is this? This is not what I wanted.
Yeah. In the future, everyone should just post the AI derp that they come up with. I was trying to make an album cover. I was trying to make whatever. And
He gave me a Futurama head
have you seen the? Apparently, it's really hard to make hands.
with AI.
Yeah. So apparently, it doesn't recognize hands or something. So
Interesting.
it has 6 fingers. It'll have 5 index,
Okay.
non-thumb fingers.
So you have like a guitarist with 8 fingers
Yeah.
shredding.
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
So we also have 3 shows coming up. If you're listening to this on January, the day it comes out, we're playing in Brunswick tonight.
Yes.
Whole Lot of Love at a place called Whole Lot of Love Bar, which we'll talk about next time. See, next time we get to talk about the gigs we've played.
We
It'll be
do,
super fun.
yeah.
Then the next day, on the Saturday, January 20th, we're playing a show in Traralgon
at Arcadia Bar.
which I'm quite excited for. The boys in Get Wrecked.
Common
Did
Evil.
you see the TikTok they post?
I saw that they were going around the
Putting the
the skateboard.
That's
Yeah,
so cool.
I saw them. They were going around Traralgon, just putting posters
That's
everywhere.
fun. That's really fun.
It is fun. Yeah,
And
I did that once with an old bandmate, like in Collingwood.
Mm.
Yeah, I don't know if the posters did any good, but yeah, it was just fun
It's just
going
fun.
around town, putting up posters on every street
Being
corner.
a rebel.
Yeah, it was good.
Then also we have a show on February 7th, which is a Wednesday night, at a place called the Workers Club. Have you played
Yes.
Workers before?
A few times, yeah.
Okay, cool.
I don't think me and Bailey ever played there together from memory, but in my psychedelic rock band that I played on bass, we had a couple of shows there.
When was this?
Before COVID.
Yeah, but
Yeah. Probably around 2019,
Fuzzy
2018.
Meadows or something?
Fuzz Meadows.
I listen to people.
That was my old band. Very
Yeah.
different to Haladene.
Well, yeah.
More psychedelic rock.
Yeah.
But it was very fun to play in that band.
Did anything release? Oh, you
Yeah,
said they released after you.
They had 2 singles,
Mm.
both of which were like 8 minutes long, because, that's the nature of that
It's gonna be enough
genre
to
of
get
music.
high, man. It's gonna be
Yes. And I had contributed to those songs.
enough.
And it was really sweet. Like, they sold cassettes when they released, the EP or the
Yeah. That's
single.
fun.
And there was a little note in there for me. It was very sweet.
Aw.
Yeah. And then after they did an album,
Mm.
which I think was an hour long, but that was,
3 songs. 4 songs.
3 or 4. Yeah, 3 or 4 songs. And I think that was a huge undertaking for them. But since then, I don't think they've really been doing much. They're all in different bands. But, I'm still good friends with those guys when I bump into them on shows sometimes.
How
Yeah.
was so psychedelic stuff is either like, well, I think of the stoner rock metal side, which is like Sleep or stuff like Dope Smoker or whatever.
It was kind of, dope smoker sort of aesthetic going on, yeah.
But also ridiculously loud.
Oh, no.
They love being loud.
Yes, we blasted the fuck
Maybe that's why
out
you
of
have
rehearsal spaces.
what's it called?
Tinnitus. We set an amp on fire once too. Like, it was, it was a shitty little bass amp, but it couldn't handle the fuzz factory, and it started smoking. We're like,
So was
this
that
is
a
awesome.
pedal? Was that a pedal?
Yes.
Did that?
Fuzz factory pedal. So then we were like, oh, fuck this. We need to use the Mark Bass 4 amp, which could handle that.
So was that smaller than that one? Like 100
Smaller than the Tavern. Not that people can see. Yes, we've got a big bass amp here.
From our
Who gave it to us?
So Ronak's friend, whose name's Tanvia.
But we call him the Tavern.
No, you call him Tavern.
It's great. Well,
But anyway, this amp's called Tavern.
The
It's
amp
like
is the
1,000
Tavern.
watt.
We can have a little
Chungus.
picture of the Tavern at the end.
Yeah, a
maybe.
big Chungus amp that he's had since I met Tanvia probably when I was 18 or 19.
Is he still in Canberra?
Yeah, interesting cat. He
hasn't asked for it back yet. Tavern is still in our hands.
He doesn't really play anymore. No, last time I saw him was when we went up to Canberra to see Trivium and we had pizza with him
Hell
before the
yeah.
show and after the show.
That was
the
fun.
only thing that was opening. Canberra.
In Canberra.
No, so yeah. I still can't get over you the most metal thing is we put our bass player on fire. What's the word?
The bass amp set on fire.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's pretty metal.
It is. Electrical fire? That's so strange. I've never heard of that.
I mean, the amp still worked fine. It was just a bit of,
Bit of smoke.
A bit of smoke.
That's not on fire then.
Huh?
That's not on fire.
A little fire.
Did you need to put it out?
Oh, we just stopped playing and used a different amp.
Maybe it was just like smoking, like, oh, I need a break, guys, leave me alone. I don't want to do this
I
anymore.
can't handle this shit.
Interesting.
Give me some Neon Soul to play. Turn down. I can't handle this hard rock.
Bass player. Psych. That's so much fun.
It was fun.
Yeah. But you weren't a smoke guy.
No, I wasn't.
Were the other guys?
Not really. A little bit, but no, not too much. Just the music. It's all about the music. Yeah, but that was a very fun band to play with.
It's funny that there's such a strong... Would you say there's a strong smoking culture in... I'm talking about weed. Is there a strong weed culture in Australia? Yeah.
Oh, no, there definitely is.
There definitely is.
There is.
I don't even know if you get caught with it anymore, if they'll do anything.
I heard that if you get caught with less than 6 grams, then you get like a warning.
Yeah.
And then, but of course, if it's any more than 6, they'll consider you a dealer.
Oh, did you see? So, if anyone knows the history of Melbourne, that like in around 2000, it was quite dangerous because there was a bunch of gangland shenanigans going on. And do you know the show Underbelly?
I've heard of it, yes.
I haven't watched it personally, but basically the old fights, why there was crime families fighting, was they were fighting over control of adolescents. ICE, basically. And the modern thing they're fighting over is tobacco. So in Australia, tobacco or a pack of cigarettes is $60 or $70 for 25.
Yeah, probably.
So like it keeps going up to try and stop people from smoking. They're trying to make, which it's so expensive that you can't afford to.
I was mind-boggled to hear what happened in England regarding that. They're trying to...
Oh yeah, it's great actually.
Yeah, they're trying to get rid of it completely. I was very surprised.
It was New Zealand.
They probably are too.
But for context, I believe in England, basically...
They've said to people like under 18, you're not going to be able to smoke cigarettes legally. Because by the time they get to age, like they won't be able to buy them.
I think in 10 years, basically, everyone under 30 won't be allowed to buy them.
Yeah, shit.
Now,
that's a big step.
It is. And it's probably the correct step, but it does create a black market. Which, to bring it back to Melbourne, the crime families are currently fighting over control of tobacco. Because you can bring in tobacco from Asia really cheaply.
Cheaper, yeah.
And if you even sell it for $20 a pack, that's still more than half off a real pack.
Yes.
So you just like...
Of course.
Yeah, and you bring it in for like $2 or $3 a pack anyway. It doesn't matter. But
like, I think
really interesting.
North of the city, like, the 80s and 90s apparently was pretty bad as well.
Yeah, I've heard.
The gangland wars, yeah.
Well, they killed used to be people were like assassinated, basically.
Which, a friend in Coburg, he told a story of someone just parked at the Woolies and she's bringing her shopping in the bag and someone pulls out a shotgun and's like, give me a fucking car.
Far out. Interesting.
Yeah, God. Haven't had that happen to me yet.
Have you ever been mugged or anything?
No.
Me neither.
Dude, I grew up in a fucking bubble in England. It was so safe. Nothing happened.
In Yorkshire?
Yes.
Really?
Nothing ever happened.
Is that true?
Yeah.
I would not know, to be honest.
It was very, very safe.
Really?
Yeah, obviously, Leeds has
well,
dodgy areas, but no, our town, very, very safe.
My British knowledge comes from Top Gear, obviously. They talk about the North very disparagingly.
Yes.
But with a bit of love.
Mm. Well, Rich is from Birmingham, and that's,
Is
they
it rough?
It's a shithole. So, yes, I assume it would be.
I went to England when I was about 15.
Yeah.
We did 2 weeks in London, and then week in London. And
2 weeks in London. Oh,
1 week in London, and then 2 weeks kind of driving around.
Yeah.
And then 1 week in Paris, and so went Stonehenge, Cornwall area. I wanted to go to Liverpool because I wanted to go to the Beatles stuff.
Yeah.
Which was great.
I've never been to Liverpool. Even myself.
I don't remember much.
Yeah, your car will get keyed in Liverpool, I'm pretty sure.
Will it?
Yeah, it's pretty rough. It's got a bad rep. Well, even on Top Gear, at the end of one episode, James is like, "Oh, I told you not to interview anyone from Liverpool, and the car's just fucked."
Yeah, but it's an exaggeration, but still, those exaggerations don't come from nothing.
No,
and even
stereotypes for you, right? They'll come from somewhere.
With Top Gear basically ended, that stuff moved on to YouTube, like the cheap car challenges. Do you know a channel called Car Throttle by chance?
No.
They're basically 3 British guys that kind of took that formula.
Yeah, okay. Gotcha.
But when they did cheap car challenges, they did the buying part as part of the video. Like, in Top Gear, they just bring the car and they're like, I found this.
Yes.
But they were like, no, we went on Facebook Marketplace and tried to message people and Anyway, they were saying that cars from the north of England are cheaper.
That would make sense.
Why?
Everything's just cheaper in the north.
But they cost the same price new. But a car that's 5 years old, it's just so strange to me.
Don't ask me.
Unless it's in bad condition or it's been mugged, whatever. I just find it so strange because it's the same car.
People have more money in London.
I guess that's true.
And they earn more too.
But in London, another thing that's happening in Britain, which I find interesting, is there's congestion charge, right?
Yes.
Which is it's like $50 or $60 to go into...
Pounds.
It's like 25, 30 pounds, so it's like
yes.
60 Australian dollars to go in. For context, that's like 2 or 3 hours work of a job, most jobs.
But also, going through central London, I don't know why the fuck you would want to drive anyway. The public transport is very, very good.
It was.
Traffic is awful. I don't know why you'd want to drive anyway.
No, I was bringing up that they're trying to change. There's a new law that basically everywhere surrounding London, so the suburbs,
you're
not allowed to have a car that's like 2010 or younger.
That's fair enough.
Or something like that because of the emissions.
I think that's pretty good.
I agree with the sentiment, but to recycle cars costs more energy to then build a new one. I see what they're trying to do, but I don't think that's going... I don't know. It's kind of it is both a waste and a good thing. I'm not sure. There's also a lot of classic...
Let them do their thing.
Let them stuff it up. I mean, we're so backwards that we have barely any legislation to deal with emissions.
This is getting too political, man.
Is it? No.
Yeah.
Yeah, everything's just kind of slow in Australia. But that's how it is.
Too much discussion about economics. I'm sorry, I haven't got much for you.
But it is interesting ways. So you grew up in Yorkshire.
Yorkshire, I did.
How would you describe... How big is the city? I know nothing about it.
City?
Wow.
I grew up in a village.
So you didn't grow up in... Is Yorkshire a city? What type of town is it? What size as?
People, if anyone from Yorkshire is listening, they're going to be triggered by that.
I don't know.
Okay. We have... In Australia, we have states. England, they have counties.
Yeah.
North, South, East, and West Yorkshire.
There's 4 counties.
Yes, Yorkshire's pretty big, so yeah, divided by 4. I grew up in North Yorkshire,
Okay.
in a little village called MC.
Okay.
There was, I think the population was maybe 2,000 people. The village had a post office,
Pub.
2 pubs, a pub at the top of the hill.
A Tesco's.
No. You had to go to town for the Tesco's.
What was town to you?
Skipton, which was maybe 3 miles, 5 kilometre drive.
How many?
Skipton was maybe a population of 16,000 people.
How
That's where you had your Tesco's and your Morrisons and
How many main streets? Like 3, or like a Ballarat
in Skipton.
size? No, that's 16. 16,000. That's tiny.
No, it's smaller. There was the high street where there was a market every other day.
Yeah.
Every day after school we'd walk past the castle. That was pretty cool. But the best thing about the village, MC, had a steam railway station. And every year, Thomas the Tank Engine, a real
steam train.
A real steam train.
Not
I think it was Thomas and Percy would come to town. It was brilliant.
That's so nice.
Going back to the village, though, as a 19-year-old and having a drink at the pub with your mates, and then some old bald guy walks up and he goes, "Oh, look, it's the curly-haired boy. Do you remember him? It's the little curly-haired boy on Woodview." There's nothing like, I don't know, banter at a regional pub in England.
True,
it's
but
just
if you go back, the same people will be there.
They will be.
They will
be.
It's lovely, but it's also like
that's the thing I miss most about England. I guess I'm not going to leave Australia now, but I think England just has everything's just shit at the moment. With it's all just shit. No one's denying it, but they just have great banter, and
we learned from the
sense
best.
of community. Yes, we did.
Our banter's pretty good, but it
is good, but I reckon someone said to me once, the British and the Irish.
Yeah,
best banter in the
all
world.
the Irish come here.
They do. I've never stumbled across an Irish in England, of course.
They all come here.
Yeah, I know.
And they get super burnt. It's so funny.
I know they do. I think I know 3 or 4 Irish teachers at work. But for a couple of months, they have to take off to Queensland to do their regional work, and they may come back.
What he's talking about, I find it so funny. So if you want to come to Australia as a working holiday, you get 1 year. And you can work, I don't know what the limit is, but you can come here, you can live here, and you can work.
You have to do 3 months regional work, I think, if you want to extend your visa.
Another year. I believe it's 2 months the first time, and then it's 3 months to get 3 years. So you do 1 year, then you are forced by the government to go work on a farm for 1 to 2 months, usually in regional Queensland where it's baking hot.
One guy, he managed to just do work at a bar, but because it was in Cairns, it was counted as regional work.
But most people...
It's sorry, no, you have to fuck off for a bit. I know you want to be in Melbourne, but no, you have to go work here.
And I find it so funny that specifically British backpackers come here and they're like, I love it so much. I find it you could go somewhere else.
They love it, man. It's
It is
different.
different.
Well, it's, I guess it's just because there's no language barrier, of course. It's just so easy for Brits to come over here.
We can go there as well. Well, as an Australian citizen, I can.
Yeah, I think...
we get 2 years, I believe.
I think a lot of people like to go to London. A lot of Australians go to London.
I have a friend who did that.
Yeah.
He's still there.
When we lived in Yorkshire, I think my dad knew, because my dad's Australian, I think he knew one other Aussie expat that lived in the north of England.
That's it?
Yeah. I'm sure there were others around, but yeah, he only knew one other Australian. And he was from around Melbourne area too. The rest of them were all down in London.
I mean, one of my favourite things about travelling, at least and best thing, is wherever you go in the world, always Australians. Always. And they always run the bars. Always. No matter what. You'll be in
and they stick
shitty
out
town
a
France. Nowhere town France. And it's
G'day, mate.
G'day, mate. It's
oh, jeez.
You can tell an Australian if they're wearing thongs, i.e. flip-flops.
Well, me, yeah.
Yeah, if they're wearing flip-flops, that's not on the beach, i.e. everywhere else, Australian. 100%.
Something I did want to bring up, though. I was actually talking to my cousin on the phone this morning about travel, and God, we've been playing music together, maybe 18 months? It's taken so long for us to get to this point where we're really starting to build and, put things out into the world.
Yeah.
And, yeah, sure, maybe maybe not so much you, but I am like sacrificing travel endeavors for the band. But like I've said to people, I've got the rest of my life to go traveling. It's always going to be there unless another pandemic happens. But getting a band together is something that takes a lot of time.
It does.
And
especially when you do it correctly.
Yeah.
And also, I don't want to say not. If we were playing pop punk, the songs would be easier, faster to put together.
But still, still finding,
still writing is hard, but I'm saying
still putting the band together though
Yeah.
would be difficult.
Everything is difficult.
Yeah.
Everything that's worthwhile is difficult.
Very true.
Yes.
But yeah, for me, it's really worth not going because I haven't got any trip plans for the near future.
If things go well, dude, you'll be touring. And
well, that's the ideal thing to do. Yeah,
Yeah.
go on tour.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of bad traveling. You spend 6 hours bored in a city,
Yeah.
and then you go to the next city the next day.
Well, I think I might have told you this story about this bass player that I rehearsed with once. He went on tour in Germany, and he was like, I could tell you what the airport looks like, and the public transport, and the venues, and the inner city, but that's it. But that sounds fucking awesome, though.
It is.
Yeah, and I've never been to Germany, but doing that as a first experience there, I think would be fucking amazing because the metal scene there is pretty awesome from what I've heard.
One of the ideals for us, obviously, is to do the festival scene in Europe.
Oh,
because
wow. Can you imagine?
there's literally festivals every weekend for 3 months. When I say festivals, I'm saying like 20 to 100,000 people camping,
legit.
3 days, music all day.
Yeah, not the festivals you get here where it's just a venue in Frankston and there's 200 people there.
Well, we try. We try our best.
We do.
No. So there's nothing. So obviously we have festivals here. It's usually 1 day, international bands, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But when you go to Europe, America is not as crazy as Europe, but Europe, every region will have once a year a big festival.
3 days, yeah.
2 to 3 days. When I was 20, I lived in Norway for a couple of months, and then I spent a month I did 5 festivals in a row.
Awesome.
Every weekend. So I've seen literally every band I want to.
Yeah.
And it's so much fun. Especially, I went alone, and I'm Australian, so just seeing people in black on the buses, and you just kind of like approach, and you're like, hey, and they're like, oh, hi, or, whatever hello is in German or whatever. And then you say, oh, no, I'm Australian. They go, oh, come. And they just invite you in. Everyone's lovely. And obviously it's literally camping with mates that you've never met. We'll never see again.
That's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, if we can travel and go on tour as with Haladene, that'd be a dream come true.
We'll be talking about it a lot before it happens.
Sorry?
We'll be talking a lot about it on this before it happens.
Yeah, true, we are.
We're doing a regional tour of New South Wales. Yeah.
Well, yeah, if we do want to get to those European tours, we've got a lot of work ahead of us. But I believe that you want to go, well, we can try. I believe you want to go on that journey, whatever it may be. Yeah.
It'd just be fun to do. And then you've done it.
But yeah, I don't know, how do small bands grow?
Perseverance.
Yeah.
Bit of luck. You create your own luck, but yeah.
I guess the stage we're at now, it's like, oh yeah, we're playing with other, local bands. But how do you accumulate like a real following with real fans?
You got to be in front of people, either digitally or in real life.
Yeah.
But the only way to get better, so in my opinion, metal spreads through the live context. That if someone's really good live, then that kind of
I want us to be really good live.
No, I'm saying like if you see a band live and you're like they're really good, then you're going to check them out.
True.
But if you just kind of hear them out like on YouTube or whatever, it's a bit.
You have to really
dicey.
Well, yeah.
Like you can connect, I think, a lot more closely with a live show than.
I feel you.
Right. Like if you're just hearing them online, they just have to be amazing.
Yeah,
to,
true.
Love them, but if you see them live and you like get their energy, like I saw when I saw Electric Callboy. God, when did we go? Last year?
Yeah, like
December
a month
last
ago.
year.
Yeah.
A band called Future Static opened for them, which is local in quotes, I would say.
I think they were from Melbourne. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, they're from here, and I think I'd seen their name, but anyway, they were before, and I thought they were great.
She was a good singer.
Yeah, and I checked them out later, and I was like, not my favorite type, but now that I've heard them live, I was more allowing of the sound.
True. Before COVID, when I went to see this aggro tech band called Combi Christ, they're from the States, but yeah, they had a local techno act.
before them.
Yeah. And they've got like 3,000 monthly listeners on Spotify, I think, but I haven't listened to them much recently, but yeah, I loved their shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's the exposure is the main thing. And like, listening to stuff on the radio in quotes, either through YouTube or whatever, is a lot more, I don't know. You're not connected, I think, as much as seeing the people in front of you.
Yeah, true.
And feeling their energy or their passion.
I feel, yeah.
To come out. So yes, to grow, once we figure it out, we'll let everyone know.
Our live show.
But the main thing is to do the correct things, i.e. putting out, using the algorithms to your advantage, using the tools of the trade as it is, differentiate yourself.
But the best advice I ever got from anyone, he just said to me, dude, the best advice I can give you is just to play music with friends. That's it. Mm-hmm. And I guess the rest you can figure out.
Yeah.
But that's the strongest foundation, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That you would do it regardless of the outcome.
True.
So,
yeah.
Even if this gets 0 views,
which they are at the moment.
But you're eating your words in months, in years, it might have thousands.
It will have thousands.
You have to expect nothing in return and just do it for the love of it.
That's exactly what we're doing now, eh?
Yeah. And then before you know it, it'll connect with people. Now also, our first song, we're currently recording on January 14th. Our song hasn't been released yet. So we don't know how Spotify helps or not helps anyone. Like, whether you actually have music out, does it spread naturally?
We can still promote our music after it's been released.
Yeah, no, but I'm saying, like, we don't know.
No, we don't.
You don't know. So, and it's like, well, we can try putting it on playlists. How do you get on playlists? We'll find out.
Actually,
we can try giving it to React YouTubers. We can try radio stations.
I forgot to mention to you, when I went to a show in Frankston, I did meet a local radio guy.
Yeah?
And I added him on Instagram. He wrote down our band name. But yeah, we will get in contact with him.
Yeah.
Yes.
But you never know. But like, it could be, how do people find anything? You don't know until, But also, I would also say the social media of the world and Spotify, etc. They want you to succeed. Like, if you succeed, it's better for them too.
Yes, of course.
So it's like, don't think they're fighting against you. Like, their algorithms are set up to create, to keep you on their apps. That's what they want.
Yes.
But to make more money. But like, with that in mind, they're not trying, like, if you post good stuff, they don't want to not send it to people because, do you know what I'm saying?
I do.
Yeah. But it's a patience game.
Lots of patience.
But yes. Baby band.
Yeah.
Paul will be a infant band. Not infant, what's after a baby? Toddler.
Yeah, sure.
Toddler we'll band. Level up. It'll be great. But before you know it, talking of travel, you went to Japan last year. What was that band you met?
Did.
Do you remember
Hang
that
on.
name?
1 sec.
Uh-oh. Ah! Ow! You got my foot. Okay. Something here. Is that the band? No. Is that the Japanese band? What is it? Oh.
And these.
Ow.
Sorry.
That's all right. I might cut it. We'll see.
No.
Ow.
Sorry about that. So, yes. Hang on. 1 second. Let's get this sorted out.
All I want.
So, I was at a hostel in Tokyo. It was like my second to last day on holiday there.
Yeah.
And out on the street, I just saw all these kids walking to, a small doorway. And I'm like, okay, there's a show. I've got to go to the show.
Yeah.
There's a show happening. And then sort of in broken English, they were like, oh, yeah, here's the time we're playing. It's like, cool. And yeah, it was kind of, definitely wasn't metal. It was just, sort of J-rock stuff. But it was a lot of fun.
On the J-rock stuff, I am, how do I say it? Not concerned. I think the rock from Asia should be proliferated more in the West because it is a lot, like, not the metal, but like the normal rock is a lot more interesting and energetic and passionate than the stuff coming out of the West. Like mainstream rock, J-rock is like interesting. They use interesting chords, interesting singing styles, and you look like mainstream rock in
the West.
America. It's like old guy, Red Hot Chili Peppers and blah 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 are still releasing music, and there's like new guys. They're all indie guys, but there's no like high energy.
You talking about rock and roll?
Not rock and roll, like modern rock.
What was the Panic at the Disco stuff that was released a few years ago?
When he was like a demon. when he dressed up as a demon in one of the videos?
1 in a Million or something. I can't remember the song. But
Sure.
it was just very overproduced, and I don't think there was any guitars. But that's what's considered rock now in the West.
Well, have you seen the stream numbers for like Fall Out Boy?
What is it?
So one of their recent in Phoenix? No. Anyway, Fall Out Boy to me, and I imagine to you, is the pop punk stuff from like
Yeah, of course.
2005 to 2010.
Yes.
But their actual most popular streamed song is the stuff afterwards, which is when they went to a pop band.
Mm.
So it's like, what does everyone want? You know,
Well, that's what rock is now in the West. It isn't, I guess the rock that, we would think about 20 years ago.
No.
It's just pop.
yeah,
really.
it is just pop. But
Yeah.
there's 4 people instead of 1.
where it's not needed.
Yeah,
Probably.
it's just kind of I don't know.
It's got to evolve though.
It will
music. Yeah.
Once something gets stale, it evolves.
Mm.
It's not that I don't know. We'll see what happens. I have much optimism because I see
There are some artists, from the East that blow up over here. Psy, Baby Metal too.
Mm.
Yeah, they're popular.
I wouldn't say Psy's popular.
Once
I'd
upon a
say
time.
was.
Once.
That was more of a joke.
Sorry, what were you going to say?
About what?
I don't know. I
Okay.
cut you off.
It was more that with BTS becoming big in America a couple years ago, that it feels like
Is that
the
a
language.
K-pop group?
Yes, they're a K-pop group. But
Yeah.
like, people used to think that popular music had to be in English to be popular in America, in the West, etc. But BTS is in Korean, and that got big.
There's been Spanish music around for years as
but
well.
I'm saying that barrier
Yeah.
of like it has to be in English
Mm.
is like pretty much broken in sort of a top 40, which means something could legitimately come from France. It could come from Korea. It could come from.
It did before as well, though, with all the Latin American music. There's lots of Latin American, hits that have gone huge in the West as well, and it's not in English. There'll be some English versions, maybe, to cater for us fucking English native speakers.
Well, yeah. But then again, if you ever release stuff in Japan, pop music in Japan, it gets translated into Japanese sometimes.
Interesting.
It is interesting.
Yeah.
But it's like, is that the executive types being like, no, it has to be in English, having no confidence in the stuff?
I guess
Or is it
they want...
you've cut out? Stop
Did I?
moving it. Stop. Don't hold it here where it connects.
Is it?
Hold it there.
It's working.
No, it's off.
Hello?
No, no, it's gone.
There we
You
go.
put it in properly. So if you put it in properly, it works properly.
Yeah.
Anyway, so it's just more that I hope that as the world is more connected, there's music from everywhere.
I think the reason why they would put it into English is just so it connects with a different audience.
Well, yeah, actually, in a mainstream sense, most people care a lot about lyrics, right?
Yes.
Whereas to me, that's very foreign.
Really?
Like I never.
But
read
you
lyrics.
write lyrics.
Yeah, I know, but like I've never read lyrics ever. Because I think
never
that
resonate
the
with
delivery
lyrics?
of the lyrics is the meaning. Right? Like,
Yes.
it's kind of a combination that if I need to read what you're trying to communicate to me, then it's like a bit lost.
Well, there's been occasions where I've listened to music in other languages, and sometimes I don't know what on earth they're singing about, but it's like, it doesn't matter because this still resonates with me.
But like,
yeah.
that's kind of a beautiful thing that
Yeah, it is.
communication and emotions go over language barriers.
Yes, they do.
Sometimes it's
You
just
can still
like,
hear that. You can still hear the passion.
yeah,
Even though you don't know what they're saying.
but it doesn't matter.
No.
It's also like just a melodic instrument. Like if you listen to classical, like opera, for example.
It's all in Italian, isn't it? Or
Italian.
Latin.
There's German opera apparently. Latin? That is a tone.
Probably.
It wouldn't be in Latin. It's from opera was. Well, I don't know. Have you seen an opera before?
Yes.
Really?
In primary school. All but one girl didn't like it.
Wait. Was this in England or was this here?
Yes, it was in England. It was like a Chinese opera.
Oh, that's
And it was about 2 or 3 hours long, and it was not very interesting.
You were a kid.
Yeah, I was maybe like 10 at the time, and then...
Was it traditional singing? Like traditional Chinese singing? Like was it foreign to you? Or was it like...
Look,
don't
the
remember?
narrator would come on, and then he would say, "Oh, what's going on?" And then the singing... I don't remember, but it definitely wasn't English.
That's so...
But at the end, the teacher's like, "Oh, so who'd enjoy it? Who enjoyed it?" One girl put her hand up.
What a culturally relevant person.
Yeah, the teachers were like, "Oh God, why did we make the kids watch this? They hated it."
Was it local? Or did you have to go to London?
No. We were still in the Yorkshire Dales. We were still the country, but we did have to maybe drive half an hour to a different
I'm
town.
trying to think, what was the strangest thing we did at school that all the kids were like, nah.
Well, no, what was this Adelaide competition you had?
Oh, that's a story for another time. But basically,
Okay.
in high
Why
school,
not a story for now?
don't do this to me. I'll just do the short version, which is my school where I went in Cheltenham has a rivalry with a school in Adelaide.
That's right.
Called Windsor, and for my year 12, it was the 50th anniversary of it.
Ooh.
So they went back and forth every year with competitions, and it started off as like a sports thing, and eventually it incorporated music, and that's where I first learnt the highest level of performance, because it was a music competition where my school against their school.
Yeah.
And so we as a music department, quotes, us best 20 to 25 players had to like create 8 songs and like present them, and then have a judges and stuff like that. But it's like, I remember in school learning like stuff for concert band or whatever, and it's like you think you know it, and it's like, yeah, you can play it, but you can play it fine. But there's another level above that where it's like
when you're
you
performing,
know it backwards and you know how to play it well.
Yeah.
And then my teacher was such a we call her a Nazi, but whatever. She was like it was good to be very hard on us, because we will get to the next level of like, we know our parts backwards, we can play them very well. And then she's like, no, there's then another level where you're listening to other people and you're like, oh, that can, like, the guitarist was,
Yeah.
So there's like levels of learning a performance, which was very valuable to me, because it's like, I remember.
I hope you're impending that into the band.
Yeah. No, I can turn it back on. It's fine. But
Good.
anyway, that's just a short version. But it was fun. That's how I went to Adelaide when I was 17.
You're
to Adelaide.
gonna hate this, but Adelaide is actually quite a nice city.
I never said it wasn't.
But you're such a Melbourne snob.
No, I'm not.
Yes, you
No,
are.
I'm not. I'm not a Melbourne snob. No,
Obviously, I think the band Alt are from Adelaide. And I don't think you weren't at that show, but yeah, the singer was giving it his all, and then I think the guitarist had a solo, and we can just see the singer, he's crouched and just spewing up into a bucket mid-set. Yeah.
Who were they opening for? Was that
Cassettes, I think. No, I can't remember.
Tarek? Was it
Maybe Currents, I think, but the headline was Wind Waker. But yeah, the Alt, the band from Adelaide, the singer was spewing up
metalcore
mid-set.
stuff.
Yeah,
that's
metalcore.
not good. Out of nerves or out of like voice?
No, I think he was just sick. I think he's just a bit under the weather. It wasn't out of nerves.
A bit under the weather.
Yeah.
Wow.
It was the most memorable part of the show. Just like this episode, the most memorable part of this episode is me dropping.
On this episode.
No, I'm saying the most memorable part of this episode would be me dropping the mic and the thing coming out when I'm getting these.
Yeah. Alrighty. Very good.
Very good indeed.
Are there any shows you going to in the next month in Melbourne?
I am going to see Sleep Turkin in April. I'm going to the backup show. Because when Bring Me first announced the tour, I was like, yeah. But then it's like, oh shit, I should have bought tickets. But then luckily they had a backup show as well. So yes, me and a couple of work friends are going to go.
Are you going to the pit? Oh no.
Of course.
I know it's you.
I mean, I'm sure there will be a bit of moshing for Sleep Token, but I'd imagine with that kind of show, it's more of a visual
audio experience.
Yeah.
You can still mosh. I saw Bring Me at Good Things in 20.
Yeah. Bring Me are doing really well at the
Bring
moment.
Me's stage presence and stage production is amazing.
Yes.
And
well, they headlined Download in England.
That's crazy.
Yeah, finally, the gatekeepers were like, okay.
We can't have Slipknot again. We have Slipknot every 2 years.
Yeah.
We have to have someone else.
Yeah.
Get on them. I actually...
Bring Me deserved it, though.
Oh, yeah. They are... Let's just say their stylistic evolution
and
is
they're
complete.
I don't know.
They're from Sheffield.
Yeah, Sheffield.
How far was
Pretty close.
How far? I was close.
An hour and a bit.
That's good.
Yeah.
Is it south?
South of where I was, yeah.
That's where Sheffield's the steel, or is
Sheffield
Yorkshire
Steel. Sheffield Steel. I think so, yeah.
Isn't Yorkshire?
Yorkshire tea. Yorkshire tea. Yes. Oh, I miss merry old England.
Oh, the other thing. Well, no, that's fine. All right, we shall end Luca said he had a quote, but he forgot it.
Next time.
Next time. We're going to end with a poem
Okay.
by Algernon Charles Swinburne. I don't know if Swinburne University is named after this person, but for context, Swinburne is a...
University in Hawthorne.
yes.
In
That
Melbourne.
is known for tech stuff. For winter's rains and ruins are over, all the seasons of snows and sins. The days dividing lover and lover, the light that loses, the night that wins. The time remembered is grief forgotten, and frosts are slain and flowers begotten. And in green underwood and cover, blossom by blossom, the spring begins. I don't know why. I thought
So it's a poem about winter to spring.
yeah, winter's over.
Lovely.
It is lovely. Probably take some lyrics from it. I think I already did.
Very nice.
It is nice, isn't it? Any deeper meaning you can see in it? Would you like to do an analysis? Did you do a literature class in school?
No, I did not.
Okay. I tried
I
it.
didn't.
I got told I was bad.
I can see. Can I read the thing that's just above it?
No.
Next time.
Yeah. I was going to ask you if we ran
Yeah.
out, but no, we're good.
Next time, baby.
We didn't bitch about public transport like we thought we would.
Oh, goodness me. I have to take it every fucking day. Let's not go there.
It's not that
bad.
Okay. Anyway, thanks guys for checking us out. Our new stuff will be out in due time. Our new music.
Well, no, it's going to be out. It's
It'll
coming
be
out
out
yesterday. Yeah, it's already out.
And this podcast will continue into purgatory.
Yes.
As in forever.
Hopefully, we'll have Ronak on soon.
We will.
Yeah.
Or Bells.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, thanks guys for checking us out. I've been Damien. I play guitar.
I'm Luca. I play guitar and I scream
Mm-hmm.
for Haladene.
Haladene. All right. Bye-bye.
Ta-ra.